Live. Welcome everybody to another episode. It's number 49. Tomorrow will be 50. We got a great show for you. 1 second, let me just fix the lighting. Better. Got a lot to talk about. We got obviously TikTok. We've had some big news. We've had some breakthroughs in that. We've had also the Pulsechain launch. We got some updates following that very, very closely. And we also there is a crypto rehab. So that was one of the stories I figured I'd cover if we have time, obviously. But people are going to rehab for being addicted to cryptocurrency. So that was very interesting. And maybe we'll take a look at that. But we got for watching. What's going on in the chat? Mr. Cozy Desk, are you guys talk about PulseX? We talk about PulseX, of course, in the title. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the show. Long day ago says indeed. Some of the best theory and content. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. A long day ago. But first, we start off obviously with Bitcoin because Bitcoin leads the market. And Bitcoin is getting support on this trend line over here. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see how this plays out. But we hit that resistance here. The bearish divergence is playing out. We're probably going back to 22,500. Right now we're at 22,998. And if we could hold that as support and maybe go to 27,000, 28,000, that would be great. Yeah. But if not, we could be headed all the way back down to 18,800 and then maybe 17,394. And if Richard Hart's right, we would be going down to 11K, which he has doubled down on, and which I have said I don't think we're going to see. But I guess only time will really tell for that. As far as that, it's looking like Digital Currency Group is still staying afloat. Binance seemed like a nothing burger. I think as far as black swans, we're kind of in the clear. But I don't know. Don't count on anything in crypto. Anything and everything is on the table. Looking like a nice little bottom. Looking like a nice capitulation and then consolidation. Capitulation and consolidation on our way to $100,000 Bitcoin. But what do you guys think? Chad Donner Schwans is here. Furu Finance and Kings in the chat. Yes. The Schwans of House Donner has entered. Yes. Always a pleasure having you in here. Thank you so much for tuning in. But what do you guys think? Has Bitcoin bottomed or has it not bottomed? Mr. Cozy Desk. But yeah, that's really it in terms of Bitcoin. Not much price action. We'll just have to wait and see. Hex is pumping again. Wow. This testnet v3 hype, it seems like it's not going back after that. So yeah, we obviously had this run up to 3.3, slight pullback. People thought it was going all the way back down here. This was a bull trap. Bull trap going back down under a penny, inevitable, right? Under a penny was inevitable. We're going to touch that trend line at least and possibly head lower. That didn't happen. Richard Hart came out with the tweets. We broke above this resistance, and we clearly broke above this and went as high as almost 5 cent hex, which is crazy. So that is like a 3x from the local low. Pulled back. Now we're at 4.2. We actually did this line right over here did play out as resistance very clearly. 2 wicks and back to the downside, looking like we're going for a retest of the resistance. And if we could break above that, resistance of 4.6 cents, then we should be headed over to 6.9 cents. And the way it's looking like is, originally I was saying perhaps 4.6 was the V3 testnet target. It's looking like 6.9 is the testnet V3 target because testnet V3 hasn't launched yet, and we're probably about to break above this, but we'll see. Maybe we come back down, wait for testnet V3, and then mainnet, up to maybe 10, 15 cents. But testnet V3 is very, very close, as we will see shortly, and as you have been seeing for a very long time. But when you're looking on the 4-hour, this looks like a nice consolidation, a nice capitulation, and then consolidation. Maybe this was the bottom, and then this is going to be the higher lows, because we kept on getting lower lows. Maybe this is reversal imminent, and then we couldn't make a higher high. So a higher high would be, if we could stick above 5 cents, that's a higher high. Is that a trend reversal? Is that a trend reversal? But I don't know. Showing a lot of strength. If you guys are following Hextronaut, and Sami covers this very in depth, and we love Sami, obviously, friend of the show. All those wallets that were big sellers are pretty much out. We're very close to out. So does that mean that we're headed to all-time highs? Absolutely not. Does that mean that we are headed lower? Absolutely not. Does that mean the bottom is in? Absolutely not, but I think it is. Because there could always be a new dumper. So even if these dumpers were out at those levels, you get the higher levels. Now there's a new dumper class, but there could also be new pumpers. So I DCA. But what are you guys thinking? Facing reality, welcome to the show. Please like and subscribe. Good morning, fam. Good morning. Bottom or not quite yet. Either way, I DCA. Exactly. Same here. Good morning, Fu. Good morning, Michael. Mega whales about to pump us to 25 cent ASAP. Oh, that would be so nice, dude. Oh, 25 cent Hex. That would be so nice. Remember when that was bad? Do you remember? Are you old enough to remember when 25 cent Hex was like, oh my God, it was like scary. Now 25 cents looks amazing. 25 cents Hex was a 50% correction. And now it's going to be 10x pump? 8x pump? Oh, sorry about that. Michael Light says, one of the main attractions I have for Hex is how its fundamentals operate. Very textbook. Yeah. Pumpamentals, we should say. But yeah, 17 watching. If you're enjoying the show, please give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Hex is at 4.21 cents. Nice little pump going on. Nice little pump. Hopefully we could retest that. As for the crypto markets, Green Day, AGI, it's been a big pumper because it's an AI token. It's at 43 cents. It had like a low of like 3. My friend was telling me he was kicking himself for not buying AGI. And you can't be upset for not buying something. You just can't. You either got to be in it, you got to pick one, and you got to just go with it. Because there are always going to be pumpers, and you could have always said once it's pumping that, oh, I should have bought it. But you wouldn't have known if I would have known, but you wouldn't have known. You only know what you could research now. And if the thesis plays out, then you'll be sitting pretty. You'll be sitting pretty. So if you know, you know. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Hex up 4.7%. We now turn to Hex daily stats. Hex 682. Well, it's more than that now because we really pumped since that 3.8 cents. But the payout per T-share was 6.35. Not bad. Changing current holders, 61 changing current stakers 52. Yesterday, we had 483 changing current holders. People are aping in for Pulsechain testnet V3 hype. And the day before, 246. So that's 4 days in a row of triple digit increases in current holders. And at the same time, something I've been noticing is that although the current holders have been increasing like crazy, the change in current stakers has been increasing, but not that much. And the reason for that is because people are waiting, people are game planning their Pulsechain for how they don't want their Hex stake. They want it liquid so they could buy PLS and PLSX. Is that telegraphing a massive dump at launch? I think that's very possible. I think if you look at these numbers, that could be telegraphing a massive sell the news at launch. But at the same time, even the sell the news, and I was talking, someone asked a good question last stream, even a sell the news could still, the low of the sell the news could still be higher prices than currently because we pump so much. So like we pump 4x, and we dump 50%. We're still up a lot. So yeah, we're still up 2x from this current price. So possible that there's a buy the rumor, sell the news, but I'm still pretty comfortable holding my EHEX liquid for the Pulsechain launch. But yeah, we got 21 watching, so make sure that you like and subscribe. Michael Light says, one of the main attractions I have for Hex is how... Okay, we did that already. I'm sorry. I remember 008. It must have been nice, no? Looking back at it, it must have been nice. Okay, so the first story I wanted to talk about, I guess I have to share my whole screen because I want to show you guys a screenshot of what happened in the Telegram. Stop screen. Then we do share screen. So this is from the Telegram. I posted the XRP chat. I posted the XRP TikTok where I made a video bashing XRP, got like 25,000 views. So I'm like, guys, I've been getting some serious traction on XRP videos. Community is super engaging. Consider implementing XRP into your TikToks, possibly comparing XRP to Hex, quoting Richard Hart talking about XRP. So this was I think February 2nd. So I wanted to show you guys that because I introduced it. I introduced it into the Telegram, as a good idea because it got me viral. I was thinking that should be the blueprint for going viral. Great. So I did that, and Jimmy the Hexagon, shout out Jimmy the Hexagon, he took Jamie Crypto on TikTok. He took the bull by the horns, the bull by the horns. Yeah, he took the bull by the horns. So he posted Richard Hart talking about XRP, and it got, what are we at right now? How many views are we at right now? Let's take a look here. Went to hexsearch.io, posted it, 128,500 views. That's crazy. 128,500 views. So word got out. Obviously, Jamie tweeted. He got 110,000 views at the time in one day on Richard Hart. Very easy. Took 5 minutes to do it. We can easily make Richard Hart go viral if everyone makes one video per day, right? So that was awesome. And then Hexray Vision quote tweeted that Furu Finance was right. So shout out to Hexray Vision. And then the Hexiest Man. So he quote tweeted, this was actually from a little bit ago, but I said I was talking about how the outrage marketing is working because we're getting hundreds of thousands, millions of views of Richard Hart on TikTok. And then your friend Sami took notice. He took notice of that. And he tweeted a screenshot. So he's like, most communities will fade into irrelevance before the next crypto bull market. The Hex community will push on stronger all throughout the Hex and Pulsechain community. They spread the network effect on social media. They are currently infiltrating TikTok. And yeah, in your friend Sami's, I'm in the shot too. He screenshotted my comment as well. So that was awesome. 110,000 views at the time. And then I said, amazing. Keep at it. XRP content. Got to use what works. XRP is a viral juggernaut. So then, you know who retweeted that? You know who retweeted Jamie Crypto's tweet? Richard Hart. I don't know. You guys heard of Richard Hart? 296,500 followers. The founder of Hex, Pulsechain, and PulseX retweets it. Gets 1,230. And that is a testament to the effectiveness of TikTok. We are getting millions of viewers on Richard Hart on Hex. That's incredible onboarding, and it's targeted. It's bringing people into the fold that are already familiar with crypto. It is the best marketing possible, and it's free, right? Who says that nothing in life is free? That's absolutely not true. Hex marketing is free, right? Bitcoin was free. Hex was free to Bitcoin holders. And the Hex marketing is free. You don't need a race car. You don't need a museum, movie, any of those things. You go viral organically. That's the way to go viral. And if the museum and the movie end up being big, it's going to be because of TikTok. Because right now, or before TikTok, nobody would be watching that movie. But as we promote Richard Hart, as we get millions of views, we are getting millions of viewers on Richard Hart these days because of TikTok. That was not happening before that. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. There was no video out there not on TikTok, getting millions of views of Richard Hart. Not even Richard Hart's own videos. So we are getting millions of views, outbound marketing targeted towards other cryptocurrency communities of Richard Hart. That's what's going to make it go viral. That's what's going to make people excited about the documentary, meaning people outside of Hex to be excited about the documentary. And that is what is going to make people come to the museum. All right. So what we are doing is absolutely, absolutely incredible. And shout out to Jamie Crypto for doing this. This is absolutely huge. And yeah. And then Crypto Coffee tweets, congrats on the success. He retweeted Jamie Crypto's thing also. Anyone can join this effort relatively easy with something like v.io. Join the Telegram to collab with hundreds of community members. And he shared the Telegram, the Hex TikTok and YouTube Shorts Telegram, which I'm going to share in the chat right now. Funnel people to longer form content like Richard's mine or others on YouTube. And this is what I've been saying. The outbound marketing happens on TikTok. The community engagement happens on YouTube. And they're both important. But one of them is not doing too well, and one of them is doing very well. So basically, they're both doing pretty well now. But until we started this Telegram group, until we started this massive effort on TikTok, there was no presence whatsoever. There was no presence whatsoever on the Telegram. So go click the link, get in the Hex TikTok and YouTube Shorts Telegram group today and start making Telegrams. We're making a huge difference. Richard Hart's seeing it. Crypto Coffee seeing it. We're making it happen. We're making that virality happen. But were there any other tweets for that? No. So our next story is Pulsechain. Let's take a look at the chats. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hey man, are you going to talk about PulseX? If you not, just please. Who do you think you are? Yo, who do you think you are? Have a nice stream. I prepare a whole show. It's like you're wasting my time. Yo, get the hell out of here, dude. You're getting blocked, buddy. You think this show revolves around you, dude? We have a show prepared. You could watch it or you don't have to. You don't have to make a big deal about it. You don't have to make a big deal out of it. This show wasn't made for you, okay? There's other people here. Some people, man. Yeah, but that's really that. We got obviously the Pulsechain launch, but yeah, again, let me just reiterate that. Yeah, the Hex TikTok's YouTube Shorts is getting millions of views. That could not have been possible. I mean, I think, and don't think that that's not going to affect the price. The price, whatever it was going to be until the TikTok thing started, whatever the price is going to be during the bull market, which I think would have been obviously considerably higher, it's now going to be that much higher. So it could be that we were supposed to go to $2 and now we're going to $8 or whatever. I'm just completely throwing out numbers. But what we do today makes a difference tomorrow. Just keep that in mind. And obviously, I understand that when the price goes up, everybody gets interested. Everyone wants to get onboarded, but we can't control the price. At least I can't. And most of you can't either. And even if you have the buying power to control the price, you might not, it might not go in your way. Meaning if you push the price up, someone with a bigger bag could push the price against you. So price is something you cannot control. Virality, engagement, marketing, those are things you can. That's why you guys got to get out there, get in the chat, go start making those TikToks and YouTube shorts. They're making a huge difference. If Richard Hart's retweeting it, it's making a difference. Crypto Coffee's retweeting it, it's making a difference. We saw this all along, and it's finally working out. We cracked the code. We're getting millions of views. I'm very proud of it. And you guys should also be very proud of it. But this is from 00.pls. He says, random thought, Hex will most likely moon hard during the time of the Pulsechain mainnet snapshot. Not due to higher demand, but LP providers are moving liquidity not to get their Hex copy harvested by the AMM bot. Same goes for Hedron Icosa. That's actually an interesting thing because, was the AMM bot was going to come in there and just buy up everybody's all the liquidity. So the LPs are not going to want their liquidity bought up, so they're going to remove it on Ethereum. And if they remove it, it's thin liquidity. And then the hype of the Pulsechain mainnet launch is going to get people buying. When people buy in thin liquidity, the price goes up very hard and very fast. So, yeah, that could really moon it up. Maybe Pulsechain launch Hex price, maybe people are thinking 10, maybe it's 20, 30, considering the removal of liquidity by the LPs. But what do you guys think in the chat? Give me your prediction for the Hex price when Pulsechain launches. But that is a very great point by 000.pls. I should follow him for that. Yeah, keep up the good work, man. Go follow at Hex Capitalist. That is a very good point. And I know he wasn't the first person to say it, but he articulated it very well, and it's very possible. But what do you guys think in the chat? What is your price prediction for Pulsechain Hex price on Ethereum when Pulsechain launches? Okay. And then we got Alex McWhirter. He is the Hedron founder. He said, so he quote tweeted Richard Hart's update on February 3rd. And he said, I read this as code's done. When Aragon is done, syncing V3 is a go. That means we're really close, guys. Where are the boobs? It means we're really close, okay? It could be happening like literally right now. Maybe. Or it could be happening later, but it's very close. It's got to be in a matter of days. If it's another 2 months, that would suck. But you know what? I don't even care. It could take another 5 months, okay? I'm just going to keep buying that liquid Hex up. And I'm going to keep on dollar cost averaging, so I don't mind. But it would be nice. It would be nice. Honestly, it would be nice to see some 20-cent Hex right now. I don't know. It would be nice. 20-cent Hex. I'd love to see that, okay? But nice to see that. Then we got KDP at kdp.pls said, this is Ian Heinisch, some MMA guy who has 32.7 thousand followers. He likes Pulsechain, okay? Should we take a listen? We could. Then I have to reshare the screen, but this guy, big MMA guy, likes Pulsechain, so you should too, okay? Share screen, Chrome tabs. Okay.
This is reasons why I believe Pulsechain is going to literally easily do 1,000x to 10,000x and beyond, guys, especially at the peak of the bull run. The amount of wallets per USD values, like when this thing launches, you better be at your computer ready to buy in. I think it is going to be one of the most hyped launches ever. You have already 40,000 plus wallets, 40,000 plus users on Pulsechain. Right when it starts, you're going to have the biggest one-for-one airdrop of all your tokens that we have ever seen in history, in my opinion. So, guys, I'm just saying, do your own research on Pulsechain. Obviously, Richard Hart has a huge following, some people that are very loyal to him. And this just could be. I missed Hex. I'm not going to miss Pulsechain.
There you go. I missed Hex, and I'm not going to be missing Pulsechain. That is something that I'm thinking. That's something that probably everyone's thinking, and that's probably more all the more so reason to think that Pulsechain is going to go crazy. I mean, everybody feels like they missed Hex, and everybody thinks that Pulsechain is the next opportunity because it's the same founder who's done so well with no expectations from the work of others, but he's got a pretty good track record. I don't know, 10,000x in under 2 years is pretty solid if you'd ask me. But what do you guys think about that? That's some good stuff. And then we have, he said 1,000, 10,000, then maybe 20,000 or something. But we got K4K Crypto. Go follow at K4K. That's ubiquitous. You should be following him. He's got a big following. As per Richard's tweet of the testnet v3 archive node sync, this tells me mainnet is at least 12 plus days away because mainnet requires a new archive node to sync. So unless there's stealth syncing, I have no idea what that is. I guess secret syncing. We have 2 week-ish of syncing after public testnet v3. So we have 2 week-ish of syncing after public testnet. So he's saying after testnet v3 launches, mainnet could be 2 weeks away. So there's going to be at least 2 weeks between mainnet and testnet and mainnet, if I have this correct. But when's testnet v3? But yeah, retweet that. Shout out to K4K. Testnet v3 is days away, hopefully, in my opinion. I keep on dollar cost averaging, so I don't even care. Take your time, man. Take your time, Richard Hart. And we got Tangent. So I like this because very recently, Ivan on Tech has been talking a lot about Pulsechain. I mean, you guys want, we could play it. I don't know. I don't want to worry about copyright. But Ivan on Tech's been talking a lot about Pulsechain. He gave a 3-part. And then there was like another tweet that he had about Ivan talking about it. He's been talking about it a lot, which is interesting because it coincides with my most recent piece and came out in the Furu Finance newsletter. But I was discussing why these big influencers aren't talking about Pulsechain. And let's see if we could find it. And one of the big influencers that, meaning despite having sacrificed for Pulsechain, big influencers are not talking about Pulsechain. And one of those big influencers in the thumbnail was Ivan on Tech. And then all of a sudden, Ivan on Tech is talking about Pulsechain all the time. So there we go. Ivan on Tech right there. So maybe he watched the video. I don't know. It's very, very possible. But yeah, so that was just very interesting. So one is that it's interesting and it's very bullish that Ivan on Tech, who's one of the biggest pundits in crypto, and he has Morales Academy. He's got like over 600K subscribers on YouTube, which is crazy. Honestly, subscribers on YouTube is the biggest number because that's the hardest thing to get. And he's got hundreds of thousands of them. Rand Nooner's Crypto Banter, he's got like 500,000. The Moon Carl's coming close to 1 million. He's got like 7, 8. And Pitboy Crypto is the biggest cryptocurrency channel on YouTube. They all sacrifice for Pulsechain, and none of them talk about it. And now Ivan on Tech's talking about it, which which means he might have seen this video. I don't want to like be too mean, especially to these three. So you got BitBoy. There has to be a difference. BitBoy, Ran, and Ivan are very nice. They've had Richard Hart on, which is a lot. I'm saying, like, considering what I said, right? I said that they don't want to rock the boat. Their audience is mostly Bitcoiners, Ethereum, Cardano. They come from all those communities, meaning BitBoy was covering Ethereum when he was coming up. So his audience is very Ethereum heavy. Ethereum community is way bigger than Hex. So if he'd be talking about Richard Hart and Hex all the time, he could suffer the consequences of losing all his main demographics. So he doesn't want to do it. Is it the right thing to do? Maybe it's not the right thing to do, but from a business perspective, I could understand it. But nevertheless, they still have Richard Hart on a lot. They still defended him. These three actually came out with a video saying that Hex is not a scam. Like, they've said it publicly many times. So I don't want to bash them too much, but the overall message is that we cannot expect these people to do the work for us. We have to do it ourselves. The Moon Carl I don't like, because he doesn't even give Richard Hart the time of day, despite having sacrificed. Like, please, come on. At least, like, mention it. You're doing your audience a disservice. No, doing your audience a disservice by not talking about it. You know, you talk about it after it comes out, and you tell them all you sacrificed. Like, why didn't you tell me? Point is that they don't talk about it. But then Ivan started talking about it a lot, and I think it's because maybe he saw this, but maybe it's not. Anyway, shout out to Ivan. I like Ivan on Tech. He says a lot of good stuff. Ivan. And then we got a nice little tweet here from Pulsechain News and Talk. Who else is ready for the Pulsechain launch and for this chart to be covered in green with a top 10 crypto ranking? How quickly is that going to happen? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm ready. And anyways, regardless, it's ready or not, it's going to happen hopefully within the next 2 months. It's always within the next 2 months. But that's it for the Pulsechain news. We could go check out the Hex price, see what's going on. Okay, we're a bit down, 4.16 cents. We could go check out the chat. If you guys have any questions or you have any super chats, feel free to drop them in right now, and I'll be happy to get to them. Be happy to answer your questions, see what you guys have to say. Just a real quick message. You can go to furufinance.com. Having trouble understanding crypto, or you want to up your game of understanding crypto, or you want to prepare a strategy, a non-financial advice strategy for the Pulsechain launch, or you just want to be part of the action, whatever. You get a free call with me. You just go to furufinance.com, click schedule your free call today, and then you book it at your convenience. You just check the availability on the calendar, and you book your free call at your own convenience. Go do it today at furufinance.com. Today, book your free call today. Link is in the chat, and let's see what you guys are saying in the chat as well. Love to hear what you guys are saying always. Charles Stone says, great work, Furu. Thank you, Charles Stone. Funding Jim, face blue smiling. Thank you for tuning in, Funding Jim. Funding Jim has been on the show. If you guys haven't seen the Funding Jim interview, I recommend you watching it because he drops the alpha always. He is a very smart individual. If you got in on Hex day one, you're a very smart individual. So it goes without saying, but yeah, you guys should be subscribed and following Funding Jim, which I'm sure you are. But thank you so much for tuning in, Funding Jim. Moon Lambo says, glad to be buying some Pulsechain below sacrificer's price. Talk to many who are taking 50 on the dollar. So you're saying, Mr. Moon Lambo, that Pulsechain is going to be below sacrifice price? I don't think so. I think maybe if it launched suddenly without anyone knowing or whatever, any testnet v3 maybe. But with the Hex pump, you think people are just going to dump their Pulsechain right off the gate? I don't know. I think you'll get a good deal. I mean, anything's a good deal. If this is one of those assets that's going up 10,000x in, let's say, 2 to 4 to 6 years, whatever you buy it at launch is a good deal, in my opinion, and not financial advice. But obviously, I I'd love to scoop it below sacrifice price. I would love to scoop it above sacrifice price. I'm not playing any games, man. I'm just dollar cost averaging when it comes to PulseChain launch. Dollar cost averaging. I'm going to have a buy and then I'm going to DCA. Regular buys over a long period of time. Just level it out. Buying 0.25, 0.5 on the dollar. I don't know if you're going to get that. I hope so. Let me tell you, I hope so. That means that if you got in on the PulseChain sacrifice, you are actually at a disadvantage to people that miss the sacrifice. You think that's going to happen? You think the people that got in a year ago, when the community was that much smaller, are going to be at a disadvantage when it's like double, triple the people now, especially with the TikTok and YouTube Shorts campaign. You're going to have a lot of people out there trying to buy Pulse. So you think it's going to go under? I don't think so. I don't even know if PulseX will, but if anything, it'll be PulseX. But you know what? I hope I'm wrong and I hope you're right. And go tell me I told you so when PulseChain launches. I'd love that. Michael Light says Hex on Pulse will pump for several reasons. Waiting for Hex on Pulse, OGs and whales, but mostly the derivatives early buy pressure. I see Hex spiking to 25. So you're saying Hex on PulseChain launch. Hex spiking to 25.31 and pulling back to 2.75 and 5.5 cents. That's a big crash. You're saying that no, I don't think so, man. You're saying 25 and no, that's too much, man. In my opinion, I hope that would be crazy. Maybe thin liquidity. I don't know. Elaborate. Yo, Todd 1. Furu is the man with the TikTok plan. Hats off, sir. Great job. Thank you. The TikTokers, this is the untold story of Hex's ascent to virality. It's TikTok. That's really where it's happening. It's not happening anywhere else. It's not happening on any shows. None of those shows that Richard Hart got onto, Fresh and Fit, none of those things made Hex viral. Hex is coming viral right now as we speak with hundreds of thousands of views, with millions of views. I'm sorry. We're getting millions of views of Richard Hart on TikTok. Not getting millions of views on Paul Barron Network, on Wolf of Wall Street, on any of those things. So yes, great point. Yeah, thank you. 2 weeks to 2 months. Errors will tell the story. Richard is famous for his knowledge of crypto and especially Bitcoin. Bitcoin maxis turn on him when he came out with Hex. Little by little, they're coming back. Who's coming back? Roger Ver, people are saying, is a closeted Hex holder because he spoke by the Hex conference. How would he not be a closet? He has to hold Hex. After seeing what it did and speaking by the conference and having so much money, you don't think he put a little bit in, made some mistakes? I think he did, but I think at the same time, by the way, the audio sounds like it's underwater. Let me know. But I think at the same time, he's not going to say anything because that's not going to go well with his Bitcoin Cash community, which sucks anyway. So Bitcoin Cash is Bitcoin trash. no disrespect. Roger Ver is an absolute legend. Roger Ver said at $10 that Bitcoin was going to outperform everything, and it did. So that's pretty legendary. So I don't want to bash him or anything. I have a lot of respect for him. But yeah, I'm sure people are turning. People know what's up, man. People know what's up. Hit the like. Thank you. Yes, please hit the like. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And please go to furufinance.com and book your free one-on-one today. But Eric Renstrom, important talk. Hey, I never seen you here before. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Eric Renstrom and Mija Koran. Can we trade already Hex for PLS? No, not yet. And I would like to know where you came from. Did you come over here from TikTok? Because I know you're new, because that is a new question. You cannot trade your Hex for PLS yet. You will be able to trade it for PLS once PulseChain launches. When PulseChain is going to launch? Well, first we have a launch of the testnet. Now we're waiting for testnet v3, and then we're going to have a mainnet launch. When that mainnet launches, you will be able to trade Hex for PLS. For more information, Mr. Koran, go to furufinance.com and book your one-on-one with me, and you could ask all your questions today. But yeah, good question. And let me know if you came from TikTok, because a lot of people are coming from TikTok now. And Michael Light says, don't worry, everyone else agrees with you on 25. But if you look at the LP on Pulsechain, there's only 5 million Hex PLS at the beginning. You're saying the LP liquidity provider on Pulsechain, there is no the testnet. The testnet doesn't mean anything. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to 25. I hope so. I think considering that the thin liquidity, it could go to 25. And okay, thanks. Pleasure, bro. No TikTok? So where'd you come from? It's nice to see new people. I like that there's outbound marketing. What was the sacrifice price? More new people, guys. Yeah, go to furufinance.com, Nick, and book your free one-on-one with me today. The sacrifice price was $10,000 per dollar. $10,000 per dollar. So 0.0001 cents per hex or per pulse chain. But yeah. But yeah, we got 54,000. Let us go to furufinance.com, obviously. But let us go check out the hex price. 4.16. Where do we go from here? We got a gap candle. Does that have to get filled? Looks like we're going for the retest. This was an interesting story here. According to BBC News, there's a luxury rehab center that offers therapy for crypto addiction. So I'm sure it's not as prevalent now because the price isn't really doing much. But I remember during the past bull market, I was always checking my phone and my eyes were glued to the charts. So I don't know. Maybe I was a candidate for this rehabilitation. But if I was, probably all of us are. I know Vitalik said he gets caught up without looking at the price too much. But we could take a look at that. There's a luxury rehabilitation center for crypto addiction. There was a time when Don was pouring $200,000 every week into cryptocurrency deals. He slept fitfully and would be up in the wee hours to monitor prices and his portfolio balance. I break into a sweat before going on long-haul flights as I would not be able to access the internet, he said. Don works in a company that processes central bank digital currency transactions. He did not want to use his real name and wishes to remain anonymous because he fears his comments would spark a backlash from investors. He says he went on a downward spiral in the middle of 2022, and that's when he decided to seek help. The solution came in the form of a 4-week stay at The Balance, a sprawling rehabilitation center with dozens of staff on the Spanish island of Majorca. Don lived in a private villa and was attended to by his own butler and chef. His treatment comprised therapy, but also massages, yoga, and bike rides, all for a hefty bill upwards of $75,000. Could have put that into crypto. Founded in Zurich with properties in London and Majorca, whatever, The Balance describes itself as a safe space enabling health and fulfillment. The landing page has pictures of a beachfront villa, spa, and glowing testimonials from past clients. The center lists treatment programs for anxiety, burnout, depression, post-traumatic stress disorders, and eating disorders. Don says it helped wean off crypto. The pandemic and a volatile crypto market have spurred a trading frenzy in digital currencies, and now luxury rehab centers are cropping up around the world, promising to treat crypto addiction. Is this a bottom sign? Most of the rehab centers the BBC has found appear to be the luxury variety and also offer treatments for other addictions. The treatment for crypto addiction is similar to other addictions, says Anna Lembick, a psychiatry professor at Stanford University and chief of the Stanford Addiction Medicine Dual Diagnosis Clinics. It's a biopsychosocial disease, and it requires a biopsychosocial intervention. Medications, in some cases, individuals and group psychotherapy, changing habits and environment, or implementing healthier replacement activities. But she adds, the cost is not always justified. Experts like her argue that it's akin to gambling and should be treated as such. They're making money off desperate people, said Leah Noer, director of the Center for Gambling Studies with Rutgers School of Social Work. Whether you're addicted to trading crypto, betting on sports, or playing the lottery, your symptoms and treatment will be largely the same. Hey, I know a good treatment for crypto trading addiction. How about a cryptocurrency that incentivizes you not to trade? There you go. Wait till they hear about Hex, guys. Treating crypto addiction is a nascent business, so it doesn't yet require specific certifications. Most therapists and rehab center executives the BBC spoke to describe themselves as certified counselors for mental health and a variety of addictions, from alcohol to substance abuse, gaming, and gambling. So they're saying that crypto has strong parallels to gambling addiction. He says telltale signs include lying, stealing, debt, facing difficulties, relaxing or sleeping, monitoring crypto prices at all hours, and trading at the expense of relationships, careers, and education opportunity. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of that going on in crypto. Don, for example, sought options for treatment when his girlfriend broke up with him after she realized the extensive losses that he had racked up during the crypto downturn in 2022. Janie, 32-year-old Londoner, whose name has been changed on request, said she would go on trading benders that lasted 3 to 4 days, which convinced her partner that she was having an affair. Wow. Keith, who also did not wish to use his real name, said he went to recovery because of dependency on sleep medication, but later found crypto addiction to be the root cause. The 51-year-old said he got hooked on crypto trading during the COVID-19 lockdown. We were all isolated. This made it easy to trade in secret, he said. It was only when my children came to stay with me over Christmas that I realized how erratic I had become. I was hostile towards them, and they were worried that I was sleeping for days at a time. Yet all the while, none of us thought my trading was part of the problem. Yeah, that's interesting. We're hitting rock bottom, guys. When luxury rehab centers are opening for crypto addiction, we're at rock bottom. But yeah, that's interesting. And the thing I really noticed about this article is that most of these people are not addicted to crypto per se, but it's really the trading crypto. They're traders, and we all know how unhealthy and destructive trading is, not only to your portfolio, but also to your life. You're withdrawn from friends, family, especially considering crypto's 24/7. Like, you're always on it. But yeah, no, that's very interesting. And we know that there is a solution, guys. There is a solution to the trading. It's called hex.com, where you are incentivized with, on average, 38% returns a year for not trading, for committing to buying and holding, which is good for you because you're not experiencing the withdrawals and the obviously the withdrawals from society, from trading, and and just the general losing money, because traders always lose. They try and trade off charts which tell you past price performance, which obviously are not indicative of future results. So they inevitably lose their money. Hopefully sooner than later, because if they lose it sooner, they probably won't lose as much and they'll learn their lesson. But people just keep doubling down. So the best way to get rid of trading and still be involved in crypto, because I think crypto is a fun space. If you do it right, it's still really a great space to be in. Whoops. Hex.com. The best way to do it is Hex.com. No, it is great because yeah, crypto is a fun space. Like it is a good space to be in, provided you are doing it right. And Hex is doing it right. You get the mad gains, you get the community, you get the excitement, and also you learn the how detrimental trading is, and obviously you are disincentivized from doing it. So that's really what I'd say about that. So there is a solution. You don't maybe have to spend 75,000 on rehab, although maybe you do. I'm not a mental health expert and I'm not a financial advisor, but consider maybe Hex.com. And obviously, that's not a guarantee of getting rich, but I'm certainly pretty confident, in my opinion, not financial advice, that it's going to do very well. But yeah, that's really it. We got 47 watching. Make sure you like this video and you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And make sure that you are following me on Twitter and everything like that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I guess if you guys have any questions, anything you want to talk about, you could drop it in the chat now. Feel free to leave any super chats. You want to support us, support me, and support you. AB, why do we need to book a one-on-one? You don't need to do anything, but if you want to learn about crypto, you go to furufinance.com and you book a one-on-one. If you have any questions about Pulsechain, what Pulsechain is, what Hex is, staking ladders, Pulsechain launch strategy, learning about blockchain technology, learning about crypto cycles, learning about anything you want, you book the free one-on-one, but you don't need to, obviously. But you do need to like and subscribe to the channel. You don't even need to do that. But Michael Light, there will be very little liquidity at the launch. It will take time to add liquidity. At V2B launch, it started with 5 million in liquidity. There are no LPs right away. Dramatic volatility is implied, in my opinion. I agree with everything you just said. That's why I DCA, but I agree with everything you just said. And we've seen some 80 to 90% pullbacks in the past, 97% this one. Pullbacks are baked in. But we had 97%, from all-time highs. You're saying we're going to go all the way back up and then drop another 95, 96. I don't know. Also, Ethereum, there is liquidity. I mean, it's going to be pulled, but then it's going to be added back or something, whatever. Once Pulsechain launches, they're probably going to add back the liquidity, so you don't have to have that much of a dip, right? No? What do you think, Michael Light? I don't know. I'm with you on the pump. I don't know if I'm with you on the dump. Maybe I'm just being optimistic. Let's take a look at the Hex price. Oh, look at that. Right back up. Right back up. Guys, looking very strong. It's looking like the bulls are in control. Buyers are worn out. Bulls are in control. Everything's really looking optimistic. From the macros, you have the macros where you have, the inflation coming down and the rate hikes coming down. And then obviously, hopefully, the rate hikes going away. And then we're at zero interest rates or lower interest rates. That's bullish. Bitcoin halving coming up. Just the time in the 4-year cycle where it was supposed to bottom has passed. And then you have within Pulsechain, like within Hex, like you have the Pulsechain launch, like an imminent V3, imminent Pulsechain launch. I'm pretty bullish, honestly. And I was the Mr. Stablecoin guy to protect against the volatility of the market, but now I'm rebalancing a little bit, putting some of my stables into liquid Hex. Hope that's a good idea, but I guess time will tell. I just think the risk is to the upside, in my non-financial advice opinion. But we got 48 watching, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you are going to furufinance.com, booking that one-on-one, link in the description. And yeah, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Just enjoying the pump though. How's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin's going up a little bit. We're at 23,029. Bitcoin sucks. Now's not a bad time to give a shout out to our TikTokers as well. Go follow Jamie Crypto. Go follow VRD Hex. Putting in some great work. And then we got Nico H. Nico H. Nico H Education. Look at that. Look at that. Charlie 2020. My chess moves. We got some people putting in some great work in here. So make sure you support our TikTokers. They're doing awesome. They're doing awesome work. They need to be supported. Okay. They're really doing the heavy lifting when it comes to onboarding, when it comes to virality. So make sure you get in the chat, which I'm sharing now. We got 243 members. You do not have to be a TikToker and YouTube shorter, even though you should be. But if you're in there, you know, when they post, click it, you like, you repost, you comment, boost engagement, boost the virality. Yeah, but that's it. I guess I'll just reiterate, go to furufinance.com and book your free one-on-one today. Link is in the chat. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, all those things. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a great rest of your day.